welcome back to the channel. So today is another thrift store makeover. I have a giant item for us to paint today. I already have some ideas for it. Bringing it up from the depths. Here it is. Can you see it? Yeah, obviously it goes like this. But I'm not going to use it like this because it's way too heavy to hang on my wall. So I'm going to live like this. Oh, yeah, that's the top of it. Nice and stained, but we're going to gesso it. Worry. This front piece right here had one of these little knobbies. And I took it off because I have an idea for something I want to put on there. And I don't know where I put it when I took it off. So, sorry. Just imagine it was on here. I'm sure the pictures I have for you in just a minute still have it on there. So, this is what we're doing today. What do you think? Let's get into it. So as you may have guessed, I've had this thing sitting around for a while and it is so nasty. I've been dying to clean it off. So this is very zen for me. Unfortunately, some of the stuff wouldn't come off. So it wasn't as satisfying as I thought it was going to be. I had a feeling that all the grime in between this wainscoting, if that's what it's called, even on a piece of furniture. Is it furniture when it's this little? I don't know. These slats, I've had a feeling were going to be the toughest part to clean out because they're just really tiny. They've got little nicks. So I thought maybe just spray and some paper towels. It worked pretty well. Some of it, it's impossible. Seems like before I started cleaning would be a good time to take this bar out and be able to reach these corners, but I was just so excited about getting to painting that I wanted to clean it up as quickly as possible. Now we get to cover all these parts that couldn't be wiped away and all the nicks with some fresh gesso. Ooh, getting all those little tiny scratches. All the pieces that have worn off. That stain is going to have to be painted a few times. Oh, this fresh white back ready to be painted, and now I'm mixing some of the dirt from these cracks with this gesso, but at least it'll be white dirt. Look at this thing. It's so gorgeous. It's glowing on the side. It's glowing. It's ready. Let's do this. Hint for what we're doing on this palette. Bold colors need a bold soundtrack to get applied. Thought using a paper to block the other side would keep these lines fresh, but it just smeared paint some more. One of these days I'm going to start a rainbow with yellow or green.
Then watch as the world descends into madness!
Drop that.
As fun as it was painting these bright colors, I wasn't really loving this combination so far. Why do colors straight out of the bottle just look so wrong together? These are all just fresh colors. Is it just me, or do they also look kind of flat, like they need more to them? It kind of reminds me of going to the salon and you love the feeling of what's happening while it's happening. As great as that bland rainbow with the white sides look, I'm going to mix up some gray to be the complementary color. Although this is technically the top of this shelving thing, it's going to be the bottom for me, so I didn't even really need to paint this, but I wanted it all to tie together. And from the bottom that nobody's going to see to what is possibly my favorite part of this transformation. It's nothing right now, but you'll see why in a little while. This is actually the new top for our purposes. So one thing I always forget about acrylic paint is it goes on a lot lighter than it dries. This was almost the exact color I wanted, maybe a little bit lighter for the gray. But it's gonna dry like 2 shades darker. Has anybody noticed that the top part I just painted is not painted in this shot? Inconsistencies. So unprofessional. So now it is dry and I hate it. So we're going to lighten it all up. Let's go. Note to self, bottled colors always need some sort of adjustment. Let's make our nice pink, our mint green, our lighter gray for the sides. Spoiler alert, I never remember to put this light gray on, but I think it comes out okay with the other pastel colors. It's fine. Let's fix the blue first and see if we can just leave it like that. The blue is the color that hurt my eyes the most in this rainbow. I can already tell that this is moving in the right direction. Look at how much better this blue looks. Now we're gonna lighten up the purple, and as everything gets lighter, I'm starting to really regret not getting this gray in order because, I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay like that. I don't mind it. From up above, you can't see how much paint I got in these cracks, but there's a lot. Oopsies!
There's gonna be a whole lot of touch-ups going on.
With the blue and purple and green fix, this doesn't look so bad together. I mean, obviously I would have to put some more layers on the yellow, orange, and red, but I think I could have left it like this and it would have been okay. Definitely didn't need to paint this yellow. It's almost the exact same color. I do really like this lighter orange, and you definitely need that if you're going to be carried over to what is possibly
my favorite color
of a
Pastel rainbow.
Can ya guess it?
That's right, it's slimy strawberry yogurt.
It's pink. I love pink, but this color does look just like strawberry yogurt to me. And with that, our garish rainbow is now a pretty pastel rainbow. So let's move on to these knobs that I should have taken off before I started cleaning. My idea is to give these bad boys a little
pizzazz.
Why do I feel like I'm
300 years old?
Because of the word
pizzazz.
Really, I just wanted to make this look fancier, and you'll see at the end. I think it worked. So for the sides of this thing, I thought about splitting the rainbow and having one side be the warm side and the other side being the cool side, but I kind of want it to be symmetrical. And then it gave me the idea for what I was going to do on the top so that it will all blend together. So I'm just going to do warm on both sides, and that way we can watch one side get painted and we don't have to watch the other side get painted because it's exactly the same thing.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
Where the heck are we?
We are on the very top, which is technically the bottom of this thing if you were going to buy it for its intended purposes. But this is my favorite part of this entire project. It was not easy, but it comes out so cute. Just don't mind all this
Dirty stuff up here.
Things are going pretty smoothly so far. The painting is okay. I don't know if there's a lot of mistakes. That was satisfying. You can see how much lighter this orange is from the orange on the front from this angle. But we're not going to worry about that until I try to do touch-ups and they don't match. So the idea is that the sides are these 4 warm colors, and they come up to the top to where they are emanating from this sun. And yes, I just
Made that mess.
Why can't the paint just stay in its designated areas?
This is technically the pastel red that should have been in the pastel rainbow, but I like the way it looks next to the pink and the orange. I wanted to preserve it, but put it somewhere else.
Not in my pastel rainbow.
I really love this pink, but every time I see it go on in this video, I'm thinking, is that
Too light?
did I make it too whitewashed and too...
Strawberry yogurty?
Okay, most of this top part is done being painted. So now we are moving on to the very last panel on the back. And I had so many ideas for these, but after that first thrift store makeover, I knew it had to be something a little more simple. This was the side with the most painting space, so of course I was most excited to do this side, but I needed something that I could get done not only just for one video to not make a two-parter, but I wanted this video to be shorter since the last one was so long. I have noticed that the videos that have characters tend to be a lot more silly than these thrift store makeovers without any characters. So I'm gonna have to work on that and see why these guys don't get as much love. You might be thinking right now,
Why is she always painting clouds whenever we're doing a back part of a thrift store makeover?
or maybe,
Seriously? Another gem? Didn't we just do that in the last squishy makeover?
but the truth is, those were sunset clouds that I painted last time on the back of that thrift store makeover, and this is not a gem. It is a water droplet that is refracting and bending the light to make the rainbow, okay?
This is science, y'all. Science.
So maybe you're thinking,
There's the light that goes into the water.
well, light usually looks white. I mean, it's white in real life, but it looks yellow when you're painting it, and I already have yellow in my rainbow. I can't put yellow on the top. It would just look weird. I really couldn't imagine how to put it in there. I thought about it. I really did. But I didn't think it was going to translate, so it's not added, okay?
Don't hate me.
So now that this rainbow has been completed, once it dries, the next step is to make everything pop with silver.
Everywhere.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
Aw, Pasca.
You did me real dirty.
We're like totally trying to vibe right now, so can you like keep yourself under control?
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
It's time to wrap this up. Let's put the knob back on.
Oh my god, yes. I love it.
Let's put the silver bar back in place.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Oh, we're done. Let's do the before and after.
Come and check. Ain't nobody.
I gotta say, for the amount of procrastination I did, this thing turned out
Cute. What do you guys think?
just in case anybody was wondering what the inside of this guy looks like. Let's see it In action, what do we have inside here? What will I use it for? Right now it's filled with colorful paints that just happen to fit in there perfectly, but it might not always be like that. I really love how this turned out, but especially the top part. Goodbye, my beauty. Now it's time for your treat.